I want to welcome everyone here tonight for the regular meeting of the Iberville Parish Council this Tuesday, August 20th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. right here in the Iberville Parish Council chambers. We'll start with a roll call, please.
Allen? Here. Easley? Here. Dominique?
Here.
Frazier?
Here.
Smith?
Here.
Pierce?
Here.
Jenkins? Here. Markins?
Here.
Bradford?
Here.
Martinez?
Here.
Darden?
Here.
Jewell?
Here.
Morgan?
Here.
As minutes reflect, we do have a quorum. Next, we'll have, we'll let Mr. Thomas Dominique lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any public comments must register with the clerk. Next, we have presentation and appearances. We have the Iberville boys 13-year-old all-star state champions here tonight, and we'll ask Mr. Willis to bring them forward. And
All right. First of all, I want to thank President Dago and the council for recognizing the young men for their achievements. Before I get started, they're a product of our new program. We do post-rec play. We don't really do all-stars. We had 9 teams that played extracurricular or post-rec recreation ball, played in tournaments. It's a real success this year, which included 111 kids. We got more kids playing in postseason tournaments than ever before, and that was our goal. All our kids played in 7 tournaments, so they got a lot of recognition. They got a lot of experience. These young men, one of their accomplishments, they played 14U in Addis. They played in the tournament. They placed second. Did a good job there. And then they also were invited to stay a little later and played in the 13U World Series, and they came out second place there also. But they're here tonight because we are recognizing them for winning first place, state champions in the USSSA 2024 baseball tournament. They defeated the Central Lafourche Tigers. They beat them 2 out of 3. All of them did a good job. They all learned a lot. They all got better. I watched them. The coaches did a great job. Corey Coker's a head coach, and Josh Eaton's assistant coach. These guys always help. Kind of do that to Corey sometime, but he always helps. Josh helps in football, So I appreciate our coaches big time because they're a valued commodity. They, like I said, defeated Central Lafourche. They beat them 2 out of 3. They had the rubber match on Sunday where Bo Blanchard pitched a no-hitter and had 13 strikeouts. Cool.
Okay.
I would like to take just a little bit of credit because he has a little bit of Willis in him, just a little bit. We got to get it when we can. Right now, I'd like to recognize the team. So if you come up, I'll give you a certificate, and you can hold your applause at the end, or you can applaud for every one of them. First up, Bo Blanchard. Second up, Reese Boudreaux. Next up, Keegan Burgon. Next up, Kason Day. Next up, Cohen Coker. Next up, Parker Coker. Next up, Michael DuPont. Next up, Julian Finnerty. Next up, Caden Linton. Next up, Andrew Little. Next up, Aiden Simpson. Next up, Ajari Snurl. I don't know if he's here tonight. Oh, he is. Alex Tragle. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 13U state champion. I appreciate you all coming. Coach, you did a good job. Thank you very much.
All right. Great job. Nice.
Job, boy.
We'll wait a minute till they clear out. And we have here tonight with us a candidate for mayor of Plaquemine, Mr. J.B. Barker. We invite you forward, please, sir.
Hello, everyone. Coach Willis here. How about a hand for those state champions? Council, Mr. Chairman, administration, staff, if I may, one of our city council elect women, Ms. Johnson. I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and I'm not going to take much of your time. I simply wanted to introduce myself to you all. And my name is J.B. Barker, and I'm a candidate for mayor of the city of Plaquemine. I also want to, especially for those of you, can I have a show of hands whose district crosses into the city limits? There's 4 or 5 of you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. So especially you people, I appreciate the opportunity to be here. I'll tell you a little bit about me. Again, I won't be long. I have a college education with a liberal arts degree with a major in government. I have a minor in criminal justice. My experience, actually, one of them is here. I was director of the solid waste department for Iberville Parish. I also served as executive director of the state plumbing board under 3 governors. So I think the education and experience sets me apart, and I certainly feel like I'm capable and up to the job. Secondly, and the main reason I'm here is to let you all know we'll take a common sense approach. Very simple. It's very simple. You just take a common sense. If it makes sense, you get things done. If you don't, well, then you table it and you go on to the next thing. But the main reason I'm here is because I wanted you all to know, as a council, as an administration and staff, that I pledge my cooperation, and I look forward to working with the council and the administration and the staff, cooperative endeavor agreements, public-private partnerships, and just internal projects. So I want you all to know that, and I have no aspirations of anything but serving as your mayor in the city of Plaquemine. And I thank you all very much.
And we thank you for
If
coming.
anybody has any questions or anything, I'll be around.
Hey, I
after.
just asked you to.
Okay.
We just hearing horror stories about what's going on
Well-
with the council and the mayor, and we just hope and pray that whoever wins will bring it all together.
We gotta do that.
And let's move Plaquemine.
We're already doing that.
Let's move Plaquemine forward, just like the parish.
Thank y'all so much. I
Thank you.
appreciate your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have the reading and approval of the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to forego the reading of the minutes and accept as written.
We have a motion.
Second.
I'll make a second.
Oh, computer went out.
Yeah.
All right, did we have a marking on that?
I got it.
You got it? Okay. Roll call, please.
Allen,
Yes.
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Pierce,
Abstain because I was absent last meeting.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
So moved. Next, we have the president's report. We'll ask President Daigle to come forward, please.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Council. How y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Pleasure to see y'all. So I'm gonna start it off once again. Just reiterate, congratulations to that 13U team. That's what we're looking forward to in what Eric's doing at IBRD. So I want to congratulate not only the team but Eric as well, because it takes a whole commitment of all of IPRD to make that happen. So all of our employees. Moving on. So we do have, well, I want to recognize a couple employees. One of them was an employee that was one of our longest tenured employees, retired recently this month. He began here on May 6th, 1991. So 33 years and 3 months of service. We invited him here tonight. Just up until recently, about an hour ago, he called us and said he had gotten stuck in Baton Rouge and couldn't make it to Plaquemine to come be recognized. But we did recognize him on social media and as well as giving him his plaque that we give to all our retirees. So next, I do want to recognize we do have a retiree that's with us tonight in our audience. We have Mr. Peter Vitale. Mr. Peter, stand up. So Mr. Peter had the pleasure of working for the parish for 10 years, and he's just recently decided to retire. So we want to thank you for all your service. Anything you want to say to the council?
It's been a pleasure. And That's the best for you.
Good, yeah.
Everything else.
Congratulations.
Thank
Thank you.
All right, next up, we do have another 10-year. So as we're coming forward, I think it's important also to recognize those employees and those years of service. When we hit milestones, I'm going to bring them before you because with 200 employees, it's hard for even yourself to see everybody, right? Y'all don't know every employee that's working in the system, and with 200, it's important to make sure that that they know that they're valued. So we have another employee that, again, because of work tonight, couldn't make it back here, but Allison Alvarado in the animal control. She's a 10-year employee, so I want to thank her for her service in 10 years, but she's continuing to work here. Moving forward, we did make an announcement on Monday morning. We have a new operations supervisor hire. We have two operations, it's not utilities, operations supervisors. We have two. One is Dave Keller. This has been a vacant position ever since Mr. John Overton was moved up. So I do want to congratulate and welcome, if he wants to say any few words, Mr. Keegan Sanchez.
Thank y'all. Looking forward to working with everybody. So if anybody needs me for anything, I'll be here to check out your districts and any issues. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Megan.
Mr. President, he's gonna be in charge of utilities, is what he?
No, I'm sorry, it's operations. So drainage.
Operations. Okay,
So
drainage.
he's in the operations with Mr. Overton and Mr. Keller. So now you can put all three of them on a little group text, and it's gonna get done, right, Keith? But they're on top of it, so it just gives you that added supervisor to reach out to. Mr. Overton's been doing a good job, Mr. Keller, and then now this places someone into that position that's been vacant.
And if I can say something, I just want to give credit where credit is due because before he even got this position, Keegan took initiative when he see me in need for things. So I want to say congratulations, well deserved.
Thank you.
All right, moving on, I have in operations this month, the emergent method. I mentioned that we've been continuously working with them. We will be reaching out to the council members to meet with you one-on-one, and if you have any questions with the reorganization chart before it's brought to you in September. So we do have that, as well as the salary structure that Emergent Method is working on at this time. Our courthouse move has begun. So this week, social services, Ms. Monica's office, is moving into the Council on Aging. They're waiting on one countertop to come in. It should be in Thursday, and they're going to be moving into that office, which is creating the first step in a chain of events with some moves that are going on currently. All right. Our auction update. We had a great auction last month at the Mike Zito Center. I mean, there was a couple hundred people there, as well as, I believe they said at least 300 were registered online as far as people that were bidding on things. I think we got our check today. From the sales, but a check came into the office today for all of the product that was sold. We had vehicles that were sold. We had equipment that was sold. It takes a little bit to process, but we did receive that check. So Randall has any extra money if any of y'all want to ask for anything tonight. He's shaking his head no. All right. Next, we have the Grove State Welcome Center. The renovations are underway. They've started making moves. This is a project that was already being worked on, at least with some of the drawings. After we come in to office, we went ahead and just continued with those plans, and it was a renovations to add a couple offices to the Welcome Center. The expectation is to end in December. So unfortunately, we're not going to have the Swamp Expo on the first weekend of October this year. Meeting with the staff and tourism, they made a great recommendation of potentially having it in the spring because it's going to be the 15-year anniversary. So 15 years ago, in March of 2010, it was the Welcome Center was open, and then so this will be a great event where we can do a 15-year anniversary with that, with the Swamp Expo. We did have our mayor's meeting in White Castle this month. As you know, we move across the parish, having our mayor's meeting. We had a good, productive meeting, and we had Mr. Overton come talk with our mayors just about drainage throughout the parish. So it was a good, effective meeting. The Grove State Bridge closure, as many of you know, there was an update recently posted by DOTD. They poured concrete last week, and then this week they are taking all of the foam, all of the wood off of the concrete. It takes 5 days to cure with enough of the curing to allow for the removal of the infrastructure around it, all the wood that is packed in there to make it happen. That is ongoing, and right now all the rams and everything for the bridge is off getting repairs. It has to get heated up and bent to where it gets straightened up. With all of those things said, they are still hopeful. They're still telling us December, but I'm still hopeful that it's going to happen a lot earlier than that. Dealing with the government, it's going to be on that side where they want to be overcautious. They're not going to tell us September, October when it may extend a little bit longer. We did update and adjust our hours for the pedestrian ferry. So DOTD has been graciously working with us. Our contractor on site is Shamrock Marine at this time, and they are bringing another vessel real soon that's going to be larger than what they currently have. We are hearing the complaints. We had another boat that was sank last night because we feel it was probably barge traffic going at a high rate. Now, it is notified, it is on the Coast Guard's radar where that site is a no-wake zone. So we're going to send out something requesting anyone that is seeing it, and we're going to put a hotline number on for our residents or anyone that sees anything going on as far as fast vessels or barges that are traveling through at a high rate of speed. It needs to be turned in. So we're going to get that contact information for the Coast Guard so everybody is aware of how to contact them. Moving on, I listed a couple projects this month. So there's so many projects that are going on, but I highlighted some that I think are some importance. We're doing a Highway 30 water line, it's a 20-inch water line, and an upgrade to the pump station. That bid is going to, it ended today, actually. So there was a bid opening today, and we're going to see how that goes. because when the bids come in, there's an approval process. Next up, we had the Bayou Pigeon boat ramp status. That is going to be opening in the middle of September. I had reached out to the council members in that district, and that project will begin in October. We do have Mr. Seneca here. He is the engineer on that job site. He is here if you have any questions tonight. So Mr. Seneca don't leave before some of the council members might speak with you. Next up, we have some road repair improvements. This is an annual thing. We do an assessment of the roads parish-wide, and then we have a list of all the roads that are being repaired in some way. It may just be alligator cracking or repairs to some manner. Some may be an overlay of asphalt as well, if needed. Those projects will begin in October. Manchac Road is improvements, or it's a big topic, it's a big item. We're waiting on the CEA right now from the state so we can move forward. Everything has been approved, it's in the cash bond, and we're just waiting on that. And then Mr. Tom David with Pan American is going to move forward with that project. Highway 1 North project, which is the railroad drainage. I've had some questions on that. There's going to be a road bore underneath Highway 1 and underneath the railroad. We do have the permit approved from the railroad. The only thing we're waiting on is more information from the railroad. We have the emails out to them. We're waiting on that. So as soon as Mr. Tom moves forward with that, I'll let everybody know as soon as possible. Debris removal and aqua dam contracts. So that's something just to kind of keep you up to speed. Every year that is bid out. We do have the winning bids that were approved on debris removal and aqua dams. So those contracts are in place, and we are ready for hurricane season when that time gets here. This is something you may or may not know, but there's an emergency mosquito spraying contract that we do annually. That is an aerial spray. So it's, when the times of high flooding and there's a lot of rain, mosquitoes tend to migrate, and we have more mosquitoes in the area. So what happens is we do this ahead of time, and then we're approved. So in the times of emergency mosquito spraying, we can do it and get reimbursement as well. So all of that has been bid out and has been awarded to those winning bidders. So, all right. Any other questions?
Any questions for the president?
Chris, we still got our mosquito trucks.
Yes, sir.
Spraying.
Mosquito trucks are operating. We did get a complaint in the Grove State area because we had given them a truck, one of our trucks with the sprayer inside of it. So we gave it to them, and they tried to do some repairs on it. They couldn't get the repairs, so we brought it to our office where our mechanics worked on it, and they got it operating again. So there was a hold on there, but what we did in the meantime, we sent our trucks to go help out in that area. So it was good. Well, mosquito trucks are up and operating. I know at one time there was an area too. There was a wreck on the road, and it didn't get to one area, but they got there the next week. So if y'all see that and they don't get there, we can always hit them on a Saturday. Just reach out to us. But I made sure that Josh that covers a lot of those routes. That we don't miss a route every week. If we miss it one day, look, we need to make it up. It needs to be made up that week. Good. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Mr. President, is there a way I can get a list of the roads?
Yes, sir. I'll get that for you.
Yeah, me too, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna send that out. It's roads across the parish. What I'll do is I'm not only gonna send a list of the roads, I'm gonna say what's being done on the roads, and that way you'll know in your areas.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Chris, one last thing. On the thing in the highway for North Blackman, just for the public, like the next scheduled meeting is that they gonna just let us know with Union Pacific.
Yes, so I mean, I'll keep it on my radar until we make this happen. I'm gonna keep it on my report. That way I can keep mentioning it. As soon as we know, we can make an announcement. But I mean, the permit is done with the Union Pacific. That's what took so long. When I first came in, I met with Tom and I met with Union Pacific, and that was on hold. He didn't know what the holdup was, and then we did meet with him. We got it done now, and the only thing we're waiting on, the response I got from Tom on the last one, we were waiting on how much is it going to cost for some of the permitting, but that's through Union Pacific, so we have to wait on their response before we can award it. But you're all gonna have to go out to bid on that too. That's gonna be a bid project.
Appreciate it.
So
Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have Mr. Dunn for a financial report.
Good evening, council, council chair, council clerk. To build on what Chris was talking about the roads, every year we have a group that goes through and evaluates all the roads, and they identify potholes, linear cracking, alligator cracking, and where the wearing surface is coming off the roads. So we spend, $200,000-$300,000 a year just preserving the roads. And when that comes back, when the evaluation comes back, they identify roads that need pothole repairs, saw cut and replace, minor overlays, but they also have a list of roads that, I don't want to use the term beyond repair, but that need mill and overlay. So we have another list that we're working on numbers on to put, to hopefully we can get started on some of those next year for the budget. So that those items will be in the budget too for next year. So the list that he's going to provide you is I don't want to use the term cosmetic, but it's more, those potholes, those failures, that they need to go in and cut out and fix. The road may be in good shape, but it's just got areas that need to be fixed. Y'all have your financials. Y'all know the parish is in good financial shape. Y'all have any questions on anything?
I had one. When did you think you were going to have the budget ready for us to?
So initially, I tell you what, Chris been putting us to work. We've been working our butts off. It's really unprecedented. If y'all got to really think about what we're doing, we're looking at first time in 26 years of reorganization, as well as a complete salary study at the same time. And we started working on the budget, so I'm ready to go to plug salary figures into the budget. So being that we kind of, I don't say put the brakes on it, but he wants to make sure everything is right. We want to get this done right the first time. We don't want to have to come back here and fix anything. So we're going to be ready to present that to y'all in September. So I think it would be premature to present the budget at the same time. So I'm back to my normal process while I present the budget to y'all in October for adoption in November.
All right. We would like to have, do something a little different this time. We would like to have a public hearing, or budget hearing is what we'd like to have, and have that sometime in late September if we could. Okay. If you could just give me a date, or early October, maybe the first week of October, we can have a budget.
So like pre the hearing. Okay.
Yes.
So we go through.
And that way we could ask you any questions that we need to ask and find out.
Okay.
If we could do that, just keep me abreast of what the time frame that you want to have it, and I'll call that meeting here. It'll be a public meeting. Yeah. And we'll talk about just the budget.
Okay. Yep. Okay. I think that would probably be best smack dab in between the September and October meeting. I think would be probably the best time around the 1st of October. I don't know when the meetings are, but we'll talk about that.
Okay.
I have a question.
Any questions?
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
With the taxes for which y'all normally sends us out for our town for White Castle. I know y'all normally does it every 3 months. I think Mr. Hall. So I'm trying to get because we were talking the officials down there. How do y'all base that on? I think it's the Valerian taxes that they sent to the town. I think y'all do it every 3 months.
So I'm not aware. Does White Castle collect their own property taxes?
Yes.
No,
I'm not talking about the property taxes. I'm talking about the sales tax.
Yeah. So those remitted monthly.
Okay, so you do it monthly, not 3 months.
Yeah,
every month.
Okay.
Every month. The same report that the council gets, the town of White Castle gets, with their information in it, they get checked.
Okay, so it's every month. It's monthly.
Ma'am.
Yeah, it's every month. You said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every month.
Okay.
Now, White Castle, do they have a property tax?
I don't know about that. I was just we were just asking about that.
I thought you said ad valorem tax. Did you?
Yeah.
I thought I heard you say that.
Yeah.
That's property taxes. Yeah. So they'll get that annually, but they'll get redemptions during the year.
Yeah.
It depending on when people pay.
Yeah, but we wouldn't. I know what I.
Okay.
He answered the question. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Any other questions? Thank you, Mr. Dunn.
Thank you.
Next, we have old business. We had, just prior to this meeting, we had a public hearing on 2 proposed ordinances. The first ordinance was an ordinance to sell properties previously declared to be surplus by IPC Ordinance 016-17 to neighboring property owners pursuant to the terms of IPC ordinance 002-13. There was no opposition from the public on this particular ordinance, and I need a motion, please.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Mr. Terry Bradford. I need a second, please.
I'll second.
We have a second, Mr. Pierce. Roll call.
Allen,
Yes.
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
So moved. The second ordinance was an ordinance to establish standards for outdoor storage facilities and contractor storage yards in Iberville Parish. And I need a motion to approve this. Okay, we have a motion
I'll second.
and we have a second. Roll call, please.
Allen,
Yes.
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
So moved. Next, we have new business. We have introduction of two ordinances tonight. The first one is an ordinance to amend Section 3 of IPC Ordinance 002-13 to allow adjudicated properties to be sold to the highest bidder without setting a minimum bid. And we had the second one was an ordinance implementing an ad valorem tax exemption for first responders who own and occupy homes in Iberville Parish. And I think we were going to make that, would activate that in January of 25. Is that what we decided to do because of the time frame of trying to get all the names together? I think that's what we did. Macy, what date do we have to set that?
September 17th.
Okay, I need a motion to set these two for a public hearing on September 17th. We have a motion?
A second.
Okay, we have a second. Roll call, please.
Allen,
Yes.
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
So moved. Next new business, we have proposed substance abuse ministry center pastor Kevin Snurl. And I think Councilman Pierce brought this to our attention, and we'll let him invite Mrs. Pastor Kevin up to the front, please. You want to introduce him? Have it? Good. Okay.
Good evening.
How you doing?
What we are doing, many of you know, or some of you know, I've been fighting this in Iberville Parish for a long time with trying to clean up our streets with addictions as a pastor to get these guys to a better place, a better life. I want to do something local here in the parish. I traveled up to Monroe. I spearheaded a lot with the guys with addiction with the San Antonio project as well, sending them away for help. I traveled up to Monroe. This is Pastor Bubba. He has Shelter of Faith in Monroe, where they have similar facility. I also gave you guys one of the brochures from him that we will be pretty much modeling what he's doing there. I think he's very successful in what he do up there, changing lives of men, giving them a new fresh start at life. So we're trying to open up our doors here with this parish to try to make a better life for those that are here and here. The fathers can be fathers again, and sons can be sons, husbands will be husbands, and just trying to show them a better way of living. We want to have them with 30, start off with pretty much like a 90-day program to come in and be cleaned, and from there we're not going to put a limit on it, but we want to get them back out into the community to be active, to do things productive, to heal, be sober-minded, to learn how to live again. And we want to give them those instructions biblically through the Word of God, and that's what we're proposing here. I'll let Pastor Trumpet speak a little bit.
I just want to share with y'all that we started in Gilbert, a little small community that was riddled in addiction. We've been very successful there. We moved over, planted a church, and started rescue home in Monroe. And I came across Pastor Kevin. We believe he has the heart. I also own an advisory board for Louisiana Baptist, and they asked me to come down. We met with Kevin. We're working with him. We're going to look to invest funds into his ministry. We believe in him. But he needs the support of his community. This is a community-wide problem, and it's one of the biggest ones we face in Louisiana. Addiction is taking over in our streets, and it's robbing us of our doctors, our lawyers, our dads, our husbands. It's robbing us of these people, and we want to invest into their life and try to see if we can make a difference and do something about it. And we believe in what Pastor Kevin. We believe in his heart. We believe in his vision. And we're willing to prepare to invest into his ministry. We appreciate y'all's support.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Any questions?
Any questions?
I have something to say. This proposed substance abuse center is in my district, and I'm in full support of it. This ministry with Pastor Snurl has directly impacted few members in my family. Positive, and I'm in full support of it, and anything that I can do to help this project move forward, I support you. I'm willing to do it.
And I want to say too, for anybody to say that they don't have somebody in their family, I don't think they're telling the truth, because personally I have loved ones that's dealing with the same thing, and I think Iberville Parish is in dire need. From being a person who has been on the phone with rehabs and beds are filled, or they don't take, they don't have insurance, or it's a dire need. Anything you need, please reach out, because I am giving you my full support and will help you in any kind of way. And I appreciate you for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ray.
All right, next we have just prior to this meeting, we had a resolutions committee meeting, and it was found favorable to bring forward two resolutions. A resolution authorizing the preparation of the Iberville Parish 5-year Section 8 plan and execution of the documents by our parish president. And the second was a resolution petitioning the Louisiana Department of Energy and Natural Resources to prioritize Iberville Parish in the federal orphan well remediation program. And I need a motion to approve these two resolutions.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion and we have a second. Roll call, please.
Allen,
Yes.
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markin,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
So moved. There being no further business, yeah, both of them together. We did both of them together. A and B. You gonna mark that in the minutes? Okay. Oh, that was A and B, gentlemen. Anybody had any opposition to either one of those? None? There being no further business, I need a motion to adjourn, and I can get a second.
We'll make a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. So moved. Thank y'all for coming tonight.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Yeah.